Before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to my man, Tristan Wallace. If this video was late, it's because I was playing Overwatch with him and his team late last night, and then I had to go to a doctor's appointment early in the morning to find out information regarding my shoulder injury. Now, I know you guys may think of me as a reasonable adult, but Overwatch is an entirely different story. I'm really interested in possibly making a channel based on the game, because if I were ever to stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, I can see myself putting more time into the game itself. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about and probably have been living under the video game rock for the last couple of years, then there is a weekend where you can play the best FPS shooter on the planet for free. It's on the 25th of this month through the 28th, and it's available on all platforms: Xbox, PlayStation 4, which is the platform I play on, and PC. Now, it is free, but you guys are going to have Xbox Live or PlayStation Network in order to play on those systems respectively. But I'm getting beside the point of this video, as it's a video that's going to be a very awesome video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the most underrated decks that are coming into this format. I mean, we could talk about the best decks of the format, but the new list hasn't really changed anything. True Draco and Pendulum Magician may have taken a hit, but the former has gotten better support from the list, while the latter didn't lose too much to make it obsolete. Besides that, Goki, Altergeist, and Trickstar, Spiral are a couple of other decks to be very viable options. Nothing's really changed. Mervo finally got a significant boost for me to take them out of the underrated category, because they have been runners-up in this underrated category for a very long time. But the rest of the decks have a lot to prove. They're hungry and ready to take on the meta with some really good tricks up their sleeve. I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, then go ahead and destroy that subscribe button. But more importantly, since I'm an underrated YouTuber in itself, hit that notification bell, because we just too strong. I also want to give a shout out to all my Patreons. You guys make the channel that much more awesome. And if you guys want to join the long list of rewards, then check us out. Also, go ahead and give this video a like and let me know your underrated deck or when you're playing this upcoming format. Without further ado, I present to you the top 5 underrated decks this upcoming format. It's going to be really fun to reveal this list. Number 5 on this list was actually a deck profile I had planned out for Monday before the list dropped. This deck surprised me with its deadly precision and combos, and is the most supported deck in the Flames of Destruction set, without the use of Nightmare cards. I mean, you guys could play the Nightmare cards in this deck, and I strongly suggest them if you have them, but Vendrit is a silent killer. Our first real look at a good ritual deck and great zombie deck since Necros, and when was the last time a good zombie deck was out? Like, when was the last time we had a good one? I don't really remember. It's been a while. I guess you could say that ritual decks have had a Vendretta ever since their demise. You guys get it? Vendretta, like Vendetta, but it's Vendrits? No? Alright. This deck has the potential, and with one or two more cards, this deck could be a meta deck. I am this serious about this strategy. I like how the zombies have been currently trending up, and this deck just might be the catalyst to get everything started. I guess you can say the longer this deck stays undead, the more life is breathed into the strategy. No, did I do it again? You guys don't? I know you guys like puns. Too strong. Number 4 on this list, I could have sworn I bought this deck to Light, but I may have to do it again, as Lightsworn was on the losing end of the Forbidden list. This deck lost that Grass is Greener, and it did significantly hurt the deck, as access to milling 20 to 40 cards from your deck. I wish I could mill 40 cards on a consistent basis. With Lightsworn in a single turn is devastating. Also, having the usage of Judgment Dragon, Blackluster Soldier, Chaos Sorcerer, Orbital Hydrolander are extremely great cards that the Lightsworn deck didn't necessarily have to use to be competitive, but also always had it in its arsenal because of the 60 card deck being so big. But now, these Light Warriors did gain something in return. The Nightmare strategy gave Lightsworn another way to access a second normal summon, as well as discard outlets for the deck to thrive on. I mean, imagine being in certain situations that Lightsworns be, and then having to link into a Nightmare monster that literally outs the card that you had a problem with. I mean, it's almost like a toolbox for the extra deck. Gee, I never would have guessed. The next time you see this deck passing judgment on the player, not only can you expect more of a consistent build, but a deck not prone to Ash Blossom in Joyous Spring. Number 3 on this list is another deck that was directly affected by the list, even though no benefits to the list were given. Elemental Heroes can be a dominating deck now that Isolde is available. Amassing Dark Law on your board is quite easy, and the best part is that you don't have to do it in the extra monster zone. I mean, being able to summon Isolde and a Dark Law to your side of the field is so beneficial, but when you start activating cards into the equation such as Miracle Fusion to give you an absolute 0 on Elemental Heroes Shining for a great recovery play, really helps this deck out. Not to mention that Call by the Grave is also a really big helper to the deck, as having your hero lives Ash Blossom is a little less of a threat and allows you to play Elemental Hero Bubble Man more effectively now that you don't have to play Cyframe Gear Gamera. Every deck needs a hero, and when you call, this deck just might come answering. Get it? Because it's a hero deck, and I just mentioned the Batman of the archetype. You guys would never get any of my puns. Number 2 on this list was originally Shadow Dino. I mean, that's what my prompter says. Write and talk about Shadow Dino. It's an awesome deck. Oh man, I had a really good pun on this. I gotta tell you guys. I said Shadow Dino is an interesting combo. Some say it's a bit of a home run hit with its powerful monster, but Shadow Dino can shadow opponents like cornerbacks, how they shadow wide receivers. I didn't write it down, but it said, you know, shadow opponent like a cornerback. It was a good one. But number 2 on this list is actually World Chalice. Now, sometimes you have to make an audible away from what you originally thought to get there, and that's exactly what I'm doing with these football puns here. And World Chalice is that beast of a deck. I'm telling you guys. This deck won a YCS, and not just any YCS, the biggest YCS in history, or second biggest, for a reason. World Chalice is extremely powerful, and the fact that Brilliant Fusion didn't get hit and the Nightmare monsters are here to stay means that this deck can only get stronger. Also, one of the deck's worst matchups did get significantly hit, as Masterpiece is no longer a threat to the World Chalice strategy. This deck is really good, and I really think that it should be in there as one of the meta decks. First of all, you know, Shadow Dino players, I love y'all. I didn't want to make that change up on you guys instantly, but I clicked on it, and I just had a revelation. Like, World Chalice is good, but don't go Jurassic on me, guys. Just don't. And don't chew me out on it. And I know I'm making a lot of puns, but like, kind of like how a quarterback has to audible, we had to have the big bang, and we had to change courses. But still, before I get into number 1, there are some awesome decks that I missed on this list. I think instead of me listing them, it would be better to see you guys down below in the comment section telling me what you think I missed, or what decks would just be really, really good honorable mentions. Now, I'm going to try to play a guessing game. I already know what decks you guys have in mind. Battling Boxers? Huh? Yeah, I know you guys got that. You guys got 6 Samurais down there. You guys got FAs is underrated. But even more importantly, those ice barriers are just too strong. I know you guys are going to post those down below. But seriously, let's see if we can get a like button hit on this video. Let's try to get 150 likes, as it really helps us content creators know what you guys like to see. Also, be sure to, again, comment down below of those awesome decks you guys think are underrated. But the most underrated strategy of the format was actually affected by the list. This deck is a complete nightmare to deal with, as its abilities make the deck centered around negation and a graveyard heavy format. Now, let me pause right there. There is not a pun. It's literally, I put nightmare with an N, it's not with a K. So you don't use nightmares in this deck. You could use nightmares in this deck, but you don't. All right. You can consider this deck as a top contender, but I don't think enough people have realized this deck's potential. Infernoid is a deck that has a bit of its wings clipped, but to be honest, the deck was leaning towards a 40 card variant, as the Layer of Darkness has made the deck pretty powerful if you choose to do it. The ability to tribute your opponent's monsters should get you on that route, Plus, the devastating effects that the deck have is also an instrument to this deck's success. Blah. Imagine being able to negate spells, traps, and monsters' effects at whim, but having monsters with huge bodies to go along with it. Infernoid is truly a deck that has a big upside as one of the tier 1 decks. Now, I know I probably cheated, but I technically gave you guys 6 top awesome strategies that are extremely underrated because I still do think Shadow Dinosaur is one of them. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, post down below in the comment section, what do you guys think are some underrated decks? Also, be sure to like this video and share it with some friends. They may be a little bit confused on what to play as their deck might have been hit, and this might be a video that they might want to see. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having an awesome day like I am.